Hi everybody, it's Tricia Morris here at Club Scrap, and I have a whole bunch of stuff to share with you today, a whole agenda laid out in front of me, hopefully all my visual cues so I don't forget anything. And you'll have to excuse me, I don't know, I think it's allergy season here in Wisconsin, so I'm suffering from seasonal allergies a little bit today, so you'll hear it in my voice. Sorry about that. However, we are sort of waiting for, I don't know, spring, some sign of winter being over. Around here it was 26 degrees when I got up this morning. So we're thinking that the Petals Kit that I'm about to show you is the cure for all of that, right? Because it's really been not very springy around here. Where are you watching from? What is it like over there where you are? I hope you are all enjoying your day, whatever you may be doing. Maybe you're skipping out on work for a little bit or taking a lunch to hang out with us. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're all here. I can see you all checking in. Definitely let us know if this is your first time watching an unboxing. We love to welcome our new guests, and of course we're here to answer any questions that you have. I know Karen, my colleague, is going to be online answering questions, sharing links, and correcting anything I misspeak about. So if I give you a wrong date or a wrong name or something, Karen's going to set the record straight. So be sure you watch in her comments. Also, after this video airs, if you're watching this on replay, mark that you're watching replay, but if you have a specific question that needs to be addressed right away, be sure that you reach out to us directly so we don't miss a message, because sometimes all these comments, your question might get buried and we don't want to miss anything. So be sure to reach out to us directly if you have a question. Let's see, I think I've got a nice crowd forming here. This is always so exciting. And I imagine like a classroom, my typical classroom has 30 people in it. And I imagine everyone filing in, except now we have like 70 people gathering. So it's just really a cool idea, cool concept. Thank you, Facebook, for allowing this to happen. Oh, Bonnie is first time. That's awesome. Hey, Bonnie, how's it going? And I see our designer, Jacqueline, is also watching. I'm sure Julie from her home office is going to be tuning in as well as a lot of my crew here at the warehouse. We've got Jane and Craig and Deb and Beth in the warehouse today, working really hard building those boxes and filling them with your kits. So anyway, without further ado, now that we're all kind of here, I'm going to have you take a look at my beautiful ceiling just for a second here, and then show you the very first glimpse of this beautiful collection. My camera's wiggling here a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, I am very excited about this kit, and I have been ever since Jacqueline sent over the very first print concept. We had talked about a look of like an x-rayed flower to be the motif for this petals theme. And typically in May we do tend to do a floral kit. I think flowers do have a place in our lives, whether or not we're scrapbooking the boys or the girls. A lot of people say, oh, flowers, I have boys, it won't work. But I'm sure that throughout the month, our team here and our members on the chat group will demonstrate clearly that it doesn't really matter the season or reason. Our kits are designed to be basically a kit about nothing. So we're hoping that the petals kind of fits that bill too. Okay, so ribbons, I like to kind of start there. We've got 2 full yards of this really pretty green grosgrain. It's a nice bright green, very festive, but not too bright, not neon bright. And then look at this gorgeous, I like this harlequin pattern. It's called the rhombus ribbon, actually, is the official name. It's got a grosgrain edge, and we got a yard of that. I think the width is about 7 or 5/8 inch, maybe. Yes. Then the 7/8 inch. This is a super special ribbon, and I've had Craig helping me with selecting the ribbons lately because I'm trying to unload some things off my task list, and he did a beautiful job with selecting these ribbons. This is a granulated texture with a grosgrain edge, a full 7/8 inch, and I'll show you some cool ways to use these wider ribbons on your pages. You don't need to make a lot of knots or bows with stuff like this because it's so wide. It creates a lovely effect, even if you do very little with it. Okay, let's see, other goodies. We have a roll. This looks kind of mysterious. I'm going to leave this one intact, but it's a roll of pressed petal washi tape. Now, I've used a lot of this roll already, but basically you can peel off 1 petal at a time. So there's purple petals. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. And then they have like this rust color and a yellow. So I've already placed some on a paper here to show you how those look. Isn't that pretty? And you could put this on the outside of an envelope if you wanted. Of course, use liberally on your pages. Get a roll of 60 of those in your kit. And then we have these cute little glassine bags. Those kind of just remind me of, I don't know, seed packets or that sort of effect. And then Jacqueline designed artwork to fit both inside the bag and on top of the bag. You'll see that in a minute. Then in this bag, I've got a series of these really pretty silk flowers. And I gotta tell you, a special shout out to my whole team, because many people had to be involved in getting these counted and bagged for you. It was a much larger undertaking than I anticipated for them, so I apologize. But I think you're gonna love these little flowers. And then we have the white mini brads to help you attach them. Now for the photo mats, if you're new and not sure about these are trimmed to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 for obvious reasons. Our pictures are typically 4 by 6, so they just layer on there perfectly. Now, this brown here is one of the colors in the kit, but so is the light purple. See a little magic I did there? Isn't that awesome? And then we have the dark purple, a white, and then the light purple, which is also brown. So that's my duplex magic this month. This is a gorgeous sheet. I think it's at least 100-pound cover weight with that duplex, and it tears beautifully, which I'll show you in a minute. And the centerpiece here, we have these two beautiful, we're just calling these the floral print. Isn't that stunning? A nice, big, bold, a statement print. I just want to frame that and hang it somewhere. And then we have we're calling this the script print. So we have that x-rayed flower look here on the right, and then another one. Oh, so pretty. A little bit of greenery and then some script in the background. So this is just, again, a lovely foundation on which to build your pages. Let's see, other papers in the kit. We've included more of that 12 by 12 dark purple. And then we have this lovely grass green. It's not like Kelly, it's not limey. It's just a really nice spring green. Then you have two brown and 2 lilac, or 2 light purple, which is essentially 4 of the duplex. So this is definitely a jazzed up kit for you. This halfway paper, you're just gonna love it. And then throughout the instructions, I'll tell you which side of the paper we're using in each circumstance. Then for the cut aparts, you can see all of those beautiful flowers just taking center stage as well on these cut aparts, along with a nice clean serif style font. And a serif is basically a font that has the little tiny additions to each letter. And then we have a nice legible cursive just to kind of accent that. So I love this font combination. We've infused a little bit of humor now and then into the collection, like normal is just a setting on the dryer. I love that. Okay, so that's the kit itself. And let me get this set aside now. And then I'll show you the 8 pages you'll make if you follow along with me. Of course, you can do whatever you want with the collection, right? So these are the instructions that we provide, and we do this every month. We give you all of the trimming instructions, and there's going to be one sheet of duplex that we trim together. And on the diagram, I've listed what side of the paper you're using in each circumstance and on what layout. So it works out really well. Very clear. And when I did the video instruction, I kind of went through that with you as well. So I think you'll follow along just fine. Here is layout number 1. I did a fun little 3-part ribbon trick here where I punched a hole on either side of the artwork on the border strip. And then I stretched the grosgrain ribbon across just by threading a little piece of it under here. So the ribbon kind of ends here and here, wraps around to the back of the strip here. And then I tied a separate bow. So this is 1, 2, 3 ribbon parts to create a cool effect on the bottom of the page. And then there's that brad attaching one of those fun little flower petals. Really sweet. This is a strip fake out. So this would have been a scrap, but I was able to split it behind here, even though it doesn't go all the way there. Nice simple page assembly. Check out the usage of the washi tape on page 3. And then we got 3 petals here. I worked hard to try to keep some of that gorgeous art in the layout because I just didn't want to cover it up. But I know these are pages, right, for scrapbooking. So if you have a lot of pictures, you may need to cover up this beautiful element. I just didn't have the heart to do it, but I did. You know, there's plenty of room for pictures on these layouts, but use your discretion, of course. Then here's an example of a great way to use that wider 7/8 inch ribbon. You just tuck the picture right underneath it. It sort of acts like a decorative photo corner. There's that glassine bag. I've added some washi tape and some ribbon to the end of it. And then it slides out, and here's the tag in the foreground. Let's see, on this page, we've got some larger cut aparts. And what I want to point out about that is if you have a lot of pictures to go on this double page spread, put a picture there. Pictures should always take center stage. Don't withhold a picture just because there's a pretty piece of artwork there. Cover it with your photo and don't worry about it. More washi tape used here, the glassine bags. Here I used the little brown tone and yellow toned washi tapes just as leaves to go with the flowers that I attached, just as a little embellishment idea. Oh, someone's coming to the mega meet. That's awesome. We are getting packed up and ready to go. And here is layout number 8. Puzzled some photomats into the space, and then Jacqueline designed a little spot for 2 squares and journaling here on the bottom of this side. So that is the page kit. I hope you do like it. It is so pretty. All right, now the card kit. More exciting things to share here. I'm going to try to hide a notification on my screen. There we go. We can open that back up again. Oh, another one popped up. Okay, now my camera is wiggling. All right. Thanks for your patience. Okay, this is the document of instructions, again, that comes with the Petals Kit. It's always very detailed and thorough, and it accompanies a video is included. And just so that you know, again, as a reminder, the link to the video is clickable within the card kit instructions, and you can find our instructions on the resources tab on our website. Okay, ribbons that Craig found for me. Oh, it's so great to have talented help. This is a pretty white taffeta, 5/8 inch, and then we got this nice brown gingham rather, that matches the brown paper in the collection, and then 2 full yards of this narrow purple satin. I had plenty of fiber to work with this month. It was fabulous, and maybe a little bit left over for a bonus project or layout as well. Goodies, we've got a custom sheet of this, it's 60 enamel dots. You've got 20 of 3 different colors, and then 3 sizes in each color. And these are just awesome. They're self-adhesive, ready to go, and make easy embellishments. Then also we have a set of 4 of these leaf-shaped tags and 4 of these metal silver embellishments. Now, what's nice about these, and I know I've got a couple of you who really prefer to have all flat embellishments in the card kits. I'm with you. This has a little bit of shape, but what's cool about it is if you just press down on it, you can maybe step on it even, or run it through your die cutting machine. It will flatten perfectly like a pancake. So just keep in mind that these pretty little shaped embellishments can also be flat and then give you a nice mailing surface there. Okay, paper. We've got this stunning all over print, just a nice, sweet little version of that X-rayed flower. And then you've got your duplex papers, 4 of those again in this kit, as well as the dark purple, 1 white and 1 green, that pretty spring green. And let me just get that. So that's your paper collection in the card kit. And then just, again, gorgeous innies and outies for all of your cards. If you are a stamper, don't worry, just trim this along with me according to the instructions, and then flip it over and you can stamp on this side if you want to use your own artwork. I always try to remind people of that. I know some of you love to stamp and some of you would rather not, so we've got a solution for both of you and a wonderful plan for your cards. Now, let's grab those cards. We've got 3 sets of 4, and they're all going to be this 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch size. So we've got the vertical, and you can see how it works when I tear that duplex paper. A beautiful background. So that torn edge is sort of a motif that we've used through the entire collection. And you'll make 2 of those, and then 2 horizontal sympathy cards. I find, unfortunately, I have a lot of need for sympathy cards lately, and I really love the sentiments on these 2 cards. So you got 2 of those there. The next set is going to be what I call the 4 flat box fold. So this is sort of like if you have a cardboard box with the 4 flaps and you don't have packing tape, you would do that crisscross fold. And this is that version with a card. So I started out with a 4 1/4 by 11 and a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 card base. So it kind of requires a lot of paper, but I have that all mapped out for you. And then when you open it, so this is wishing a wonderful friend every happiness on her birthday, and then enjoy your day. What I love about this particular structure for the petals theme is that it sort of mimics the opening of a flower bud when you think about it. And this is a cute one. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hi, bud. I just crack myself up sometimes. And then you can see the enamel dots finishing that off beautifully, and then a double looped flat bow here. Then for the third, we've got this Cascading Accordion fold card. That's my creative name for this. So it's basically one 12-inch sheet of paper, and it's duplex, which makes it super cool. And when you expand it outward, it reads like a little book. So the flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all, thinking of you, with all that stunning artwork. We have 2 of those, and then I love people who have no idea how wonderful they are and just wander around making the world a better place. Happy birthday. Again, very useful card. And then you can see how I flattened the metal embellishment and added a little enamel dot right in the middle there. Love how that turned out. Jacqueline designed this cut apart to accommodate, specifically accommodate that flower perfectly. So that's a win for the team right there. Now, I wanted to tell you that we are offering, once again, a card caddy option. Now, this is in addition to the card kit, so you'd have to get this either as a bundle or sold separately. And I don't want to cause confusion here, but that's another reason why I designed all 12 of this month's cards to fit into the caddy. So they're all that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch size. Now, if you really liked that card caddy project we did in the Hooray kit last month, you can make another one with the brown die cuts and then that beautiful paper. So here's how that works. We have a special Craftalong Kit. So we're offering this as a workshop to be held on the weekend of June 3rd. It's probably going to be on Friday, but we don't have our day and time slot yet. You're talking about a month from now. It's the Card Caddy workshop, and during the workshop, I'm going to be using the components, which is the labels, the label holders, the feet. We've got a brush here, the board, and the die cuts. And then we're also going to be using the card kit print, a dark purple plane, and a green plane. These 3 sheets to create the card caddy together during the workshop. If you get the Craftalong bundle, it will include the card kit. All of this comes in one package with the instructions. So I just want to point out that, you know, if you're already a card kit member, you could just get the components and then do these 3 additional sheets of paper, or just work with what you've got in your stash. I know a lot of you have a stash, so you can definitely use it. The instructions are designed in such a way that you can grab any paper. I suggest 2 planes and a print. I hope that's all making sense and not confusing you. I just want to make sure you know now that this is available, and if you want to get it added to your kit, you know, this month there's a way. So let's say you're a Page Kit member, maybe you want to grab this Craftalong collection. We're going to make that available to you today, so you can pick this up and have that added to your box going out next. It processes on Sunday, the 1st. It will hit the mail on Monday. So that's that card caddy. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a lot of fun, quite easy to make. Now, stamps. We've got some beautiful stamps as well to go with Petals. That includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those botanical images, and then the sentiments. So we've got some card samples here. These were made by our very own Julie, and she's done a nice variety of both simple and more involved techniques here. Check out that metallic ink on those 4 blocks of blossoms. Blocks of blossoms. There you go, Julie. That's a name for the technique. This is just a nice, simple white ink on purple. Look how gorgeous that is, and it couldn't be more simple. Then you've got more white inks. If you don't have our, I was going to check inventory. If you don't have our white pigment ink pad, this is the juiciest, nicest white ink pad you can get your hands on. It's nice and opaque. And then I also recommend the Earth and Amethyst. That's a nice match for this collection. So like this was stamped with the Amethyst ink, by the way. And here's just a nice, simple card with some embossing happening on the brown. Here, check out this fun shaker card. So we got some nice, more complicated options. I'm sure Julie will help walk you through this in her blog post later in the month of May. Another simple, simple card. You don't have to be incredibly skilled to pull this off is what I'm saying. And then here, this is a gorgeous technique-based card with some gold embossing and some color burst, I'm guessing. Again, Julie will walk you through that in more detail. For demo here, I also just have the pops this month include the light purple, brown duplex, dark purple, more brown duplex, and then that pure white super smooth. So these are going to be useful. And again, I want to just show you that when you tear this paper, it really does create a beautiful layering technique. So you may want to pick up a pack of panels, just in case you want to do a little extra playing with that gorgeous duplex paper without having to buy the full-size sheet. Okay, moving on to my next item. I've got my binder here, and I wanted to show you the layout. So every month our members do get a bonus. Well, these ship this week, if not a club member. If you want the whole kit, it'll ship next. I think you were Teresa. Your name has disappeared already. If you join, I mean, basically everybody's going to start getting their kits next week. It'll be mailed out next week, Monday, which is the 2nd. Good question. So this is the May page formula, and you can see here that I have a lot of squares, and that just allows you to incorporate some prints, colors, and patterns into the mix here. So I took the card kit print from the Petals kit and used it with a duplex of that purple and brown. So it was one sheet of purple duplex, and you know, again, the sheet of brown purple. So a total of 2 used, and then the 2 dark purple for the base and the print. And I just grabbed what was on the top of my stack of pictures to scrapbook. This is Emily, my daughter, and her girlfriend Rachel doing some exploring in San Diego, which is where my daughter lives right now. So that is the beautiful page formula. And if you are a member, don't forget that you'll get a email with your exclusive links that allows you to download that. And I recommend you download that page formula right away when you do get that email. Keep it in your computer files or print it so you don't lose track of that, because it's a valuable asset, especially if you have a stash of papers that you're looking to use. Okay, the next up in my previews, if you have not yet seen this gorgeous Pure and Simple kit, this is a remix of a kit that was released many springs ago. I can't even remember. I know I had it maybe 2016 or 2014. I don't know. Maybe Karen remembers. It's in the blog. So check out the blog if you want to learn more about the original Pure and Simple. But basically involved a very neutral palette with a pop of bright green. And that's exactly what we did with our remix. And we infused a few of the elements that were in the stunning Kintsugi kit. So that would be that type of a leaf here. And then the square motif was definitely part of that original Pure and Simple kit. We've added some fun little floral embellishments to that. Let's see, and these little mosaic square tiles. I hope you can see that one. It's kind of glary here. There's actually dimensional tiles on top of those squares. Very cool kit. Of course, I have a video that will show you how to assemble this. Got a fun little ribbon trick I did there. And if you are a card maker, I know a lot of card makers reach out to us and say, hey, is that Pure and Simple page kit going to be released as a card kit? And the answer is it already has. And what I mean by that is if you follow along with Karen's incredible blog post, she adapts a previous special edition card kit formula that's available to you. She adapted it to this Pure and Simple kit, which is absolutely amazing. These card candies are awesome. So this is from the Farm Critters card kit release. She made 2 of these amazing folios. Look at how gorgeous these are. And those little flaps keep the cards from falling out, and then adapted the cut aparts to fit onto all of these cards. Absolutely fantastic use. She did add a piece of this gray folding board. And again, you can learn more about this on the blog. Speaking of the blog, our blog does have a search item, so a search feature. So if you are on our main site, go to our blog tab, go to the search tab within the blog, and that's how you search our blog. And it will find Pure and Simple cards for you there, as well as the page information. So again, 2 of these folios, what wonderful hostess gifts, and so bright and cheerful for the season. I think I've reached the end, my friends. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have you look back at my ceiling one more time and switch back. Hi, I'm back. Oh, Bonnie, I'm a club member. I thought you got formulas. And you do. You should have those formulas coming to you 1 per month. And if you're having trouble finding those, please, Bonnie, reach out to us and we can help you find what you're missing, because those formulas are a nice member benefit. So if you're not a member, maybe you're new and you're just stumbling on this for the very first time, come and join us. A membership is only $24.95 a month. It's a great value. And I mean, you really can't go wrong. If you go to a store and just piecemeal the paper separately and the embellishment separately, and you pay full retail price for that, you're into it a lot more for 8 completed embellished pages. Plus we have the class. I think that there's a lot of value to all the effort we put in to creating these instructions so that you literally have no waste of your product or your time, which is very valuable. I think you agree. Your time is very precious. So we always want to honor that. And if you've been a member for a long, long time, or maybe just a little while, we appreciate and cherish every one of you as well. Okay, well, what time is it? Oh, 26 minutes. Hey, that's not bad for all the stuff I had to cover. Just a few reminders. Again, place your orders soon. That helps our team in the warehouse package up all of your orders. If you did happen to see our video, I did a time-lapse video last month of a shipping day. On the warehouse floor, we have these big red bins, and every order that is placed with the kit has to be set aside and alphabetized by first name in those bins. So if you place a retail order, please make sure your name matches your membership name, so it's easy to pair those up. And then, but they have to gather and match all those up on shipping day. So it's a pretty big project, and the more time we can give them with your desired items, the better. Okay, let's see, anything else I should remind you of? Again, kits start shipping here on May 2nd, because the Sunday is May 1st, but that is when your kit will process. So again, make sure any adjustments to your membership happen before then. If you need help with that, let us know. And then June 2nd and 3rd, June 3rd, I believe, is the volume event where I'm going to make that Petals card caddy. So I look forward to seeing you then for that. It's going to be a fun class. It's free to watch, but if you want to have those supplies on hand, I just recommend picking up that Craftalong bundle. That'll give you everything you need for the caddy and all 12 of those gorgeous cards. Bonnie, can we add to the order now? Yes, you can, absolutely. And if you need a little hand-holding this first time through, no problem. Julie will be available to help with that. So we have, just curious, how many members do you have? We usually don't share how many members we have, but we have over 1,000 members, which is, I'm really grateful, especially in times like these. We've got a lot of people depending on that membership. So thank you so much. Oh yes, Pam, thanks for mentioning that too. If you missed out on past page formulas and you want to get your hands on, like, this is my little book of formulas. So I have years and years of months of formulas in here. Past years are available in 12 packs digitally for downloading today. So if you want to get busy using your stash, but you probably won't have a stash of Club Scrap stuff because you use all of it, right? Unless you buy extra, then you need this, right? So grab your formulas and get scrapbooking. And then I will see you again this time next month with your spoiler for the month of June. It's going to be here before we know it. Have a good month of May, and I'll see you all next